Hey guys, Mark from Northeast Bastion. How you doing? Well, I did that short on the Megabass Vision 110. I got a lot of questions about it, so I thought I'd do a more of a full-length video on just the 110s I have currently, and talk about these different colors and what some of those abbreviations you see in the colors mean. Which I actually had to look up myself. I kind of knew some of them. There's even more than I knew, and I just did some research. I watched a few videos on YouTube. I did some research online and kind of got, of the colors I have, I think I've got that down. There's plenty of other colors and different hues that we could talk about, but I'm just going to talk about the ones I have and try and answer some of the questions you guys had in the comments about a few of the individual ones. So I had to write this stuff down because I would forget. But the more I look at it, the more I kind of remember what they are. Now, some of them are easy to remember. Like, this is a very popular color that I always call it LG bone. I think it's LG bone is really the proper way that you say it, but it's a great color, very popular with the blue, the chartreuse on the belly. I didn't have it in a 110. I just got this recently. I had it, I think, in a +1 and a +2, but not in the regular 110. So I did pick one up in the regular 110, which I do tend to throw. I would say I throw the regular 110 the most, even though the +1 is now, I might be throwing that more often. Or if nothing else, at least the same amount of time, just so you can get a little deeper. But that's that LG bone, blue top, chartreuse belly, very classic color. Another new one I recently got, and this is the French Pearl US. So this is the French Pearl, and it's how the US, United States, and this one's just plain white. Plain white pearl bait. They do have the orange belly one, which I don't have in the the 110, which I will get eventually. And I'll probably do another video when I fill in some of the colors here. But if you're looking for just a white bait, fishing dirty water, there you go. The French Pearl US right there. And US on that just means United States. Nothing tricky about that one. Now this one is a little more tricky, so I might have to look down at my card. I know it's the Concuro, and I hope I say these names right. If I don't, I apologize. This is the GG Megabass Concuro, which is pretty much a gold bait. And I want to, at first I always thought that was a black back, but to me it looks more green and a full orange belly, not just a little bit anywhere. It's the full orange belly. I just got this recently. If you guys saw the other video I did when I did get this color, it's a color I've wanted to get for a long time. I don't have it in any other sizes, so I'm glad I finally got it because it does look awesome. And this is the GG Megabass Concuro. Now, GG, I had to look this up, stands for guanium ghost. Now, guanine or guanium is a color that Megabass developed from fish scales, so you get that reflection. That's why these colors and these baits are so cool and so different and so precise. So whenever you see GG in front, it's ghost guanium. And if you guys are really into, if you guys really want to nerd out on these colors, let me know in the comments. I could really go deep into some of the other ones I have in the different colors, but it is kind of cool when you read about it. But that's the Ghost Guanium Megabass Concuro. And as I said, I hope I say these names right. Let's see. The next one is that Spawn Cherry, but it's the GLXS. Now, what does GLXS stand for? That means Galaxy Sheen, or I did write it down. Yeah, Galaxy Sheen just means it has a lot of glitter in it. Whenever you see GL glitter, and it's the cherry spawn, so it's got some white on it. It's got a little bit of, I don't know if you would call that gold on the top there. A very faint chartreuse on the belly. This is another new bait, the pink on the nose there. Another new bait that I got. So when you see that GLXS, that's Galaxy Sheen, that's going to mean you've got glitter in it. I don't know how many different baits they have that are glitter baits. I'd have to look at their list of baits. But there's a lot of different Megabass colors, and I do not have all of them. Maybe someday, because you know me, I need to have every color known to man. A very popular color, and this is, I'm gonna make sure I got these right here. Now this one, actually I forget what this one is called. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I thought this was a Pro Blue, but I don't really think it is. I think this was one of those limited edition colors, and I don't remember the name of it. So this one I'm gonna have to look up if you guys know, it was a limited edition color that maybe I can figure it out before. I just thought it was another Pro Blue, but I don't think it is. Let me see. I'll look quick on my phone here. When I had it up there originally, I thought, oh, this is just a... I should probably look on the hookup. They usually have more Vision 110 colors listed than anybody else. I was hoping to avoid having to do this, but now that I can't see the color I want... Oops. Vision 110. Of course, it's not going to list all the colors like it does on my computer. Oops. I'm going to do my best to figure out what this one is, but I don't want to make this video 5 hours long while I look for it. I thought it was a color that came out recently. It might be... I'm not sure. Let me see here. This might be... I think this is it. I think... Now, I could be wrong. You guys, if you guys are better experts at Megabass colors than I am, I think this is the GP. That means the Guanium Phantom, which is another of their hues that they have. The GP Pro Blue Secret. This was a classic release. I believe that's what this one is. I thought it was just another Pro Blue, and then when I picked it up and saw that chartreuse on the belly, I knew I was wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. I think that's that limited release one. But it does say, well, I guess it's not out of stock. So it is available if you guys want it. So if you want to have more of a souped up Pro Blue, because this is just the GP, the Ghost Phantom. Or, geez, Guanium Phantom. This is just your regular Pro Blue. Great color, very popular. Blue belly, clear side, just a white on there. But then they also have the Pro Blue 2. That's got that little bit of chartreuse there. I like them both. I think they're great baits. But whenever you see GP, and that is a GP Pro Blue 2, that means Guanium Phantom. Guanium Phantom. I don't think it's just quite as flashy as the Guanium Ghost. I think that's kind of what it means. As I get better at these, I'll know how to better explain them to you guys. Let's see. This is that Edo, Edo Clear Laker. I actually have two of them. I've got two of those. So Edo refers to the Megabass creator, owner of Megabass. And that's a clear lacquer color, so that one's easy to figure out. The next one, another one, Northern Secret, which I call Northern Lights a lot, but that's only because everybody else calls it that. But this is a great color. Really love it. Threw it a lot this, you can see the hook is bent out there. Hook is bent out there. This has caught a lot of fish for me. And luckily I haven't used it. Definitely had some hook rash on, so this one definitely got thrown a lot. I'm gonna have to pick another one up because it gets destroyed, but I think this will definitely get some new hooks this winter. But Northern Secret, great color. I did that short video on, is this the most popular color now in jerkbaits? Let's see, this one's an easy one. This is the shrimp color. In this spring, I killed him on this, and then a pike stole it from me on Champlain, so I did come back home and get another one. So that's that shrimp color. I did pick up another one. Clear bait, orange. It's got that little blue on the top. This was great in the springtime. Great in the springtime for me. But I did get another one. I'm not sure what this color is. I know you guys, if you heard me on that short I did, I think it's the Deadly Black Shad. You guys would know better than I do. I found this. This is the first Megabass jerkbait I got. I know I've told this story before. I found this in the lake floating around, and I was like, oh, I don't have any Megabass baits. Now I do. I got one, and it's just Edo Vision 110. I think now this could be maybe an old color because I found it a long time ago. You can see I put some red hooks on it because the hooks were all rusted out. But I always thought it was a black on top, but it's kind of a blue. So if you guys are experts, you know, more than me on these colors, if that's Deadly Black Shad, let me know. I'm not sure. It could be just an old color they don't make anymore. Let's see if I can remember this. This, I believe, is the M, where did I write it down? The M Western Clown. I believe it's the M Western Clown, which just stands for metal. I think it just kind of has like a metal flake type in it. But that's your clown type color. 2 of the matte tigers. And when it's a matte color, it's going to be, you know, a solid color like that. And that's just the matte tiger. I remember when that came out, I loved that color, so I got a couple of those. If I can keep the pike away from it, it'll be great. Let's see. This one is called Spawn Killer. Another cool color. Kind of reminds me of the shrimp a little bit. A little darker though. It's got the blue whole blue back. Little orange there is great. Another one I did very well with on this spring. But that Spawn Killer is pretty cool. I believe this one is the baby trout color. I don't think I've thrown this one yet. I think I got this late in the season. I just never wound up throwing it. That red on the belly. But any of these colors are great. You know, we all have colors we like more than others, but Megabass colors are just so awesome that every single color is just such a nice looking design. But that's that baby trout. This one of my subscribers asked me about, and I think this was on sale actually, which you don't really find Megabass stuff on sale very often. This was what they called wagon, like wag, dog's tail, wagon ayu. Wagon ayu. And what wagon means, this is actually on the list I found, that means Japanese for silver. So I guess it's like silver and ayu. So that, I know someone in the comments asked me about this, wagon ayu, A-Y-U. And shockingly, it was one of those baits that, you know, over the, I don't know if it was over the Good Friday sales and all that, but it was actually on sale, which is very rare. So maybe it's one that they don't make anymore. Maybe for some reason they weren't moving them and made them a little cheaper. So whenever I see a Megabass on sale, I definitely will grab them. But that's wagon, W-A-G-I-N, meaning silver, ayu. That's the color I got that from. I think I got it from Land Big Fish, but I don't recall. I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. And the other questions I had were on the, excuse me, on the perch colors I have. Now this one here, I think I know these colors. I'm pretty sure. In the 110s I have, this is the matte perch. I hope I don't mix these up. That is the matte. So it's a matte color, so it's a solid color, but it's their perch. And older perch colors look great. But I'm pretty sure that that's the matte perch. That one I'm sure of. It's these other ones that I'm a little less certain. I believe this is the one they refer to as just perch because it has that orange on the belly. I believe if you buy a Megabass jerkbait and it's just called perch, I believe this is the one. And as I said, these all look great. You can't go wrong with any of them. This one, I believe, is the GP Ghost Phantom Pro Perch. No orange on the belly. Solid more on top. You can see the lines, but then it's a clear bait. A great option. As I've said many times, when I'm throwing a jerkbait, when I start the season, I'm usually starting with a perch pattern, just to see. You know, my go-tos are usually the perch patterns, those Pro Blues, and that Northern Secret really became one of my go-tos too, but really, any of these are great. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this is the GG. GG, remember, stands for Guanium Ghost, and this is the orange belly one. GG Perch with the orange belly. So I'm pretty sure I have these categorized or named correctly. So, I mean, you can see that the differences are very slight, but they are there. And there is another color, which I thought I had in the 110. I probably lost it, and that's the gill color, which is another perch-like color. I'll pick one of those up in the in the 110 before next season for sure, when I know jerkbait season's coming, because that's a great color. I think I have it in the +1 and maybe the junior sizes. But that's it, guys. That's the colors I have in the Megabass Vision 110, arguably the most popular jerkbait on the planet. I can remember the days where I was like, I will never spend that much money on a jerkbait, and now look how many of them I have. But they do work. They do work. There's a lot of times when other jerk baits are not producing, and these will, because, you know, it's perfectly made jerk bait. I mean, I'm not 100% thrilled with the hooks, but when you change the hooks, you have to be careful because you don't want to mess up the action of the bait. There are some hooks that they do recommend you if you are going to change out. But if I'm throwing these 110s, these hooks are created for the 110s, so it runs correctly, and it doesn't blow out when you're fishing it. If you make it heavier, especially because this bait is made to be thrown on 6 to 8 pound line, the 110. If you're throwing it on 10 or heavier line, you know, you're not going to get the action on it you like. This is really a light line. This bait was created to throw on a light line, so that's why I throw 6 and 8 pound most of the time on my jerkbait setups, on my spinning setups. Now, if you get into the +1s or the +2s, you know, you might want to go a little heavier, or the Kanata is just a big bait, or that Ito Shiner. But that's a story for another day. We'll talk about those at another point. But those are the 110 colors I have, and there's a ton more. There's a ton more. So as I get different colors and experiment with them, I'll show them to you guys, all right? So any questions, let me know. I hope I answered any questions you guys may have had in those comments I did on the short. If I didn't, please let me know. I'll do a video on just one of these baits. But I know there was questions on that Wagon IU. Remember, silver in Japanese is what wagon means. And then the Perch colors, which I showed you guys. Usually if it's got a OB, that means it's got orange belly, even though this regular Perch here, this is just their Perch. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I got them all right. That's it. So like I said, any questions, let me know. Maybe for the holidays, I'll get some more Megabass jerkbaits, or at least some gift cards to buy some, and I'll show you the ones I get. I am at the point now where I've got them so organized, and I want to get some of those different colors that I always see that I like, or I have them just in the +1, and I want to try them or I have them in the +2, and I want to try them in the regular 110, because that's like the French pearl colors. I have them in the bigger, you know, deeper diver baits, but I didn't have them in the regular 110, so I want to definitely get some of those because I do like throwing that color. But that's it, guys. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope I answered your questions. As I come across more jerk baits with some of their other abbreviations and what those letters stand for, we could talk about that, all right? If that's something that interests you guys, if you want to geek out on this like I do, all right? So I will see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.